Imagine waking up every morning with more energy, sharper focus, and an unshakable sense of confidence. What if I told you that one simple change, deciding to quit masturbation for 90 days, could unlock this kind of transformation in your life? Welcome to the NoFap journey, where every day without relapse brings you closer to becoming the best version of yourself. And no, it's not just about avoiding temptation, it's about rewiring your brain and rediscovering your inner strength. So, let's dive deep into what happens to your body and mind when you commit to NoFap for 90 days. Before we start, let me make something clear: this isn't some quick fix or miracle cure. NoFap isn't about magic changes overnight. The benefits unfold gradually, and your experience might not be the same as mine or the next person's, but what I can share is a timeline built from thousands of personal stories and experiences, showing the general phases you'll likely go through during these 90 days. So, if you're curious about whether this journey is worth it, or you're already on it and wondering when the benefits kick in, stick around. Let's break it down. Alright, so you've decided to commit. Day 1. You're pumped, maybe a little nervous, but there's this new sense of purpose driving you. It feels like a fresh start, a clean slate. You wake up on day 1 with that fire in your belly, ready to take control, but by day 2 or 3, that initial excitement starts to wane. You're still motivated, but now your brain starts whispering things like, "Can you really make it?" And this is where the first real challenge kicks in: the cravings. They creep in when you least expect it, and for many, day 3 is the hardest. This is where a lot of people fall off, because your brain is basically throwing a tantrum, wanting that dopamine hit it's used to getting. If you make it through day 3 without giving in, you're already ahead of the game. By day 5, something starts to shift. You might notice a little less brain fog, and by day 7, many people experience a temporary spike in testosterone. This can make you feel more energized, but, fair warning, it also means stronger cravings. Think of it as a test. Your body is throwing one last tantrum before it settles into the journey ahead. By the second week, around day 10 or so, you'll notice a shift. The intense cravings start to calm down a bit, but your mind is still adjusting. Some people report feeling a little irritable or restless during this phase. It's your body adjusting to the fact that you're not giving in to its usual habits. You're essentially breaking a cycle that's been hardwired into your brain. By day 14, however, something remarkable happens. Your energy levels start to increase. You wake up feeling more refreshed, and maybe, for the first time in a while, you realize you're not reaching for your phone the minute you open your eyes. You're present in the moment. It's subtle, but there's this newfound mental clarity that makes it easier to focus at work or school, and you may notice that your workouts feel more effective. If you're into fitness, this is where things start to get exciting. Now we're hitting the 3 to 4 week mark, and let me tell you, by this point, you're beginning to feel different. If you've been consistent working out, eating right, maybe even journaling or meditating, you're starting to feel that inner shift. Day 21 to day 30 is where most people notice a huge boost in confidence. You walk into a room and something's different. People start noticing you. You're holding eye contact longer. You've got this quiet, unshakable confidence, and others can sense it too, especially women. You may start getting compliments or attention that you weren't getting before, and it's not because you've magically changed overnight. It's that you've stopped wasting energy, both physically and mentally, on an addictive habit, and that energy is now radiating outward. By day 30, the mental fog you didn't even realize was there starts to clear up. You feel sharper, more decisive, and more grounded. You're thinking, okay, maybe there's really something to this NoFap thing. But here's the thing: just when you're feeling on top of the world, life has a funny way of testing you. Around day 45, the initial high can start to fade. You've hit a point where you're not craving as much, but now the real mental challenge begins. The urges sneak back in. You might feel a bit tired or drained, and it's easy to think, well, I've made it this far. One relapse won't hurt. But trust me, this is where you need to dig deep. You're at a point where you've built momentum, and a single slip could set you back. Push through this phase, because what's coming next is incredible. By day 60, if you've stayed strong, you're hit with a second wave of energy, like a reboot for your body and mind. Your workouts, they start to feel even more powerful. Your stamina increases, your skin looks clearer, your eyes brighter. People can't help but notice you. And it's not just about looks, it's this internal glow that people are drawn to. Your self-esteem, through the roof. This is also the time when the mental clarity you've been developing starts to feel like your new normal. Decisions are easier. You're no longer second-guessing yourself. You're in control. Now, the final stretch, the third and final month of this journey. By now, the idea of relapse feels distant. You're no longer fighting urges daily. Instead, you've reached a new baseline of life where you're fully present, not distracted, not ashamed, not hiding from the world. Around day 70, many NoFap practitioners report a deeper sense of peace and purpose. You start enjoying the simple things in life, reading a book, talking to a friend, or just taking a walk outside. And it's not because life has changed, but because you have. You no longer need intense stimulation to feel alive. By the time you hit day 90, you realize that NoFap wasn't just about avoiding something. It was about reclaiming your power. Your energy, your focus, and your self-worth are back, and they're stronger than ever. The shame you felt at the beginning, gone. The guilt, a distant memory. You're grounded, confident, and ready to take on whatever comes next. So, there you have it, 90 days of NoFap. It's not just about quitting an old habit, it's about rediscovering yourself. If you've made it this far, you've already taken the first step toward becoming the strongest version of yourself. If you're still on the journey, don't give up, because every day you push forward, you're building a better future. Drop a comment below and share your thoughts or your progress. Let's support each other. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more content on self-improvement and becoming the best version of you. Remember, you're not alone in this journey, and every small step forward counts.